How do you design your seat covers? Does it depend upon the customer requirement or depend upon their lifestyle, or what will be your major criteria?
So we are a B2B company. Our customers are the OEMs, the car companies, as you know.
Every businessman would have done few mistakes in their life to come up.
Right.
So what are your top 3 mistakes you made in your journey?
First of all, there are no mistakes. There are only stepping stones and lessons that you take. Maybe I should have been a better student. Paid a little more attention in my
Studies. Okay. What made you like Chennai now?
Well, Chennai is home. Even when I was in Mumbai, every time we will come to Rano, we will make it a point to go to one of the restaurant and have thali.
Aha.
And I must add Mysore.
Mysore Pak. Adada. One advice you want to pass it on to the younger generation, the second entrepreneurs. What will be that?
For youngsters, it is very important to take time to realize what is your swadharma, your own inherent nature.
And could you please share your collaboration with Spacedraft?
Spacedraft had matching passions, and there were a lot of reviews and exchanges, design ideas.
Hello viewers, so today we have Mr. Pradeep with us, COO of Tesca India. Let's invite him to the show. Namaste,
Thank you so
sir.
much. Namaste.
Thank you so much for giving your time for us today. So we know about Tesca India. It's a very prestigious brand which deals with luxury for car seat covers, and it is dealing with all top car brands which we knew from our childhood. We are also interested to know about the journey of Tesca India, and we are equally interested to know about you, your growth, and the innovations you're doing in the company, and lot more. What's next for Tesca also? So shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my first question is, what made you start Tesca India, and how it started from the scratch, and how you're seeing the growth now?
So you might have noted that we are a part of Tesca Group worldwide. In fact, in India, we are a JV of Tesca Group and Maswada Syntex, which is an Indian company. Tesca is a automotive dedicated trim supplier, the fabrics and other covering materials, seat covers and all. And the tradition in automotive business, especially a very strong tradition in Tesca Group, is to follow your customers worldwide. So wherever our customers need us, we be present there. When Renault was coming to India in the first decade of this century, I think they are the ones who requested Tesca Group also to be present here. The company was then called Trev Group instead of Tesca, so this is a new name. And that's how Tesca came to India, found a partner with matching strength and capabilities in Maswada Syntex. And 2012 is when Tesca India was formed. So to go back to Tesca Group, the company was founded in 1836. So it is close to 200-year-old company now. And for 60 years, they're doing automotive products. So Tesca Group is dedicated to automotive interiors, automotive and transportation. So this is the specialty. And like we said, we followed the customers to India also.
Okay, sir. So what do you think makes Tesca India so special in the market? Why all top brands chooses Tesca India?
Well, to be honest, we wish that all top brands choose Tesca India.
Most of the brands, okay.
The fact is that we are not present in all, and we are relatively new in terms of vintage to India. We are about 12 years old now. But yes, we are definitely preferred partner for at least some of them. And I think what sets us apart is our design strength. So design has a very strong and rich tradition in Tesca Group. The central studio is in Paris, which is one of the, if not the fashion capital of the world. And then there are 7 different global locations. So practically all car making locations or car design locations are covered at least. So design is what I think excites our customers and then look up to us to bring them latest in trends and technologies. Then we are 5,000 people worldwide, and including Banswara Syntax in the family, there are another 1,500, 1,700 people to be precise in India. There is a huge amount of knowledge base, technical know-how, which is available. And then there is our motto, which you will see everywhere in the plant, flexibility, passion, following the customers. So we are available to our customers wherever they need us. So I think these three are the strong points.
Okay, sir. So I'm just curious, like I just want to know, like Tesca India was your plan A or it was a plan B? You had separate plans for your career.
For me, well, makes me think. So somehow I did land up in automotive textiles, and to be honest, this is my second company, which I think it's already too many. If I could have my way, I think one company where you start, you should end your professional career there. And I'm not saying it just to sound, ideological or rhetorical, but I have experienced it personally that it brings a lot of value. You know the business since the beginning. You start to know the entire supply chain. The customers know you. The relationships that you build over a period. All of it takes time. Tesca India also, first 8 years were very, very challenging. So I think it's times well spent, well worth to stick around. So maybe for now it's my plan A to Z.
Okay, so now Tesca India is your entire plan for life.
I don't have any other ideas in mind at the moment.
Okay, sir.
Of course, within the group, within the family, if I'm required to take up other challenges, yes.
You're ready for it.
Yeah.
Yes. And I would like to know about the relationship you have with your employees.
I hope it is good because at least in my face, they tell me that they enjoy working with me personally. But I think it's not about me. I'm representing the board and mostly as a representative of the vision of the management. I'm a conduit. So I transfer what I get from my bosses. So I think we have a very strong culture of trust, transparency. We have a mixed board, Indo-French board, but all our team is very well trusted and encouraged and supported by our directors, promoters, investors. So I think we have a good culture, and automotive is a high pressure business. So it was our vision that we must also be a good place, a happy place to work in. And I think together with our plant managers and all our senior team, we try to work in that direction.
Okay. As you said, yes, it's a highly competitive market also. So working here is a bit pressurized thing compared to other sectors. But I can see smile in all faces. They were so happily working here. So I would like to know about the infra here. Like because of the infrastructure also, which will give inner happiness for them to work in an ambience.
I think it's a good point that you brought up. Basically Tesca is a French company and a significant presence in Europe and other developed markets. So we wanted to create a facility which kind of meets the benchmarks of other locations in the group. And I'm very happy to tell you that when our CEO, global CEO was here this February, he said that we asked you to set up a facility meeting European standards, and I think you exceeded it. So just yesterday we had a customer and he quoted the same statement. So we are quite happy, we are proud of this facility, we are happy to be working here. And I think it does make a lot of positive difference.
Of course, only a proper leader can put a smile on his employee's face. So thank you so much for being a great leader also. And my another doubt is, as you said, how do you design your seat covers? Does it depend upon the customer requirement or depend upon their lifestyle, or what will be your major criteria?
Yeah, so we are a B2B company. Our customers are the OEMs, the car companies, as you know. So how it works is they have an in-house design department, styling, color and trim, and they do extensive market researches. Of course, we do our own also. We take trends from fashion, lifestyle, and we every year we make trend presentations. But for a particular program, the brief is coming from OEMs. So they tell us which market they are targeting, what colors, what feel, and it's a long relationship. So we understand each other very well. They sometimes give us the graphics also and the kind of effects they want us to create. And from there, our designers take over. So they then create the textiles using validated technical basis, and together we come up with the final solutions.
Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that also. And talking about the designing thing in the office. Okay, because most of us spends most of the time only in office than home.
Sure.
Even at the home, we used to sleep for hours together. We'll wake up, we'll get ready, we'll go to office.
Sure.
So most of the time in our adulthood also, we used to spend in office. So this office space is more like a home. So to give the same feeling, you had designed it so neatly, so well. And could you please share your collaboration with Spacedraft?
Yeah. It's very interesting because, like you said, or like I said, there was a lot of focus and passion involved in it. Our design head, Nathalie Canive from Paris Studio, she was involved in this. And we found that Spacedraft had matching passions, and there were a lot of reviews and exchanges, design ideas, periodic, I think once a month or maybe more, reviews were there where all the design ideas were being discussed and finalized. So we found that Spacedraft was equally committed, passionate about it. It's a pity that some of the ideas, like they had suggested very interesting graphics for, I was very pleased about that, for the conference room, for the staff working area. Now, unfortunately, we could not include all the ideas, but I can tell you that I saw the same passion and commitment. And for example, the flooring that you see here, it is coming from Rajasthan. So this was also a special demand from our designers. The stone that we have in our guest house there, it should be put here. So this kind of personal
customized thing you're doing. Okay, thank you so much for the review also. And sir, every businessman would have done few mistakes in their life to come up.
Right.
So what are your top 3 mistakes you made in your journey?
Personally for me?
In the career wise or personally, it's up to you.
First of all, there are no mistakes. There are only stepping stones and lessons that you take. Yes. I wouldn't say very significant ones, but maybe we were a little cautious and conservative in the beginning. Maybe we should have been a little more aggressive. And there were some things that we planned, we couldn't execute them on time. So no, I wouldn't say there are
mistakes.
In professional journey, I don't think Tesca India went wrong anywhere.
Okay.
And personally, for me, maybe I should have been a better student. Paid a little more attention in my studies.
Okay. Everybody used to do the regret in later life. Okay. One advice you want to pass it on to the younger generation, like the second entrepreneurs. What will be that?
This is very important. What I didn't tell you is I'm pursuing a PhD now. So what I've realized is these are the times of hyperconnectivity. We have a lot of social media influence and a lot of what we call in Advaita Vedanta or spirituality as paradharma. We acquire a lot of tendencies which are not of our own. And then we start believing that if we have children in the family who talk like this, that there is a 13-year-old YouTube influencer who's making millions and billions and things like that, so maybe I should also do that. But we must realize that if it is not coming from within, even if you get there, it's not going to give you happiness. So for me, for youngsters, it is very important to take time to realize what is your swadharma, your own inherent nature, and pursue your career. It is easier said than done, but you should make your choices of your profession accordingly. In fact, there is a shloka in Gita that which says that others' duty, even if performed well, is worse than our own duty, even if done badly. So I think it is very important, and I would also say that some exposure to philosophy helps. So we should not only restrict ourselves to studying technical subjects, but some exposure to literature and philosophy is important.
Is important. Okay, sir. Thank you. And as you said, as I see everywhere, sustainability is the most important keyword in automotive
Absolutely,
industry.
absolutely.
Yes. So, as a responsible citizen, what all the eco-friendly materials you include in your manufacturing thing?
Yes. So some of the low-hanging fruits or targets are: first, you should reduce your wastage. You should try and reduce your energy consumption. All this is part of your carbon footprint. But what I'm happy to tell you is Tesca Group worldwide is very, very focused. In fact, we are a EcoVadis gold medalist
Yes, I have
company.
seen receiving awards and all.
Yeah, yeah. And there is a clear-cut defined roadmap with definitive timelines to achieve net zero in terms of carbon emissions. So this is a big area for the group. And in terms of product, we already offer bio-based products or recycled products. Recyclability requires further forward integration of the supply chain. But there is extensive work going on in the group, and in India, we are able to offer fabrics made out of recycled polyester. We're working on some other technologies. When the ecosystem is ready, the seat cover should be completely recyclable. So all this is definitely a focus area.
Okay, sir. How do you keep you so updated? What do you do to keep you updated?
Well, reading definitely helps, and then because we are fortunate to be a part of such a large community in India and worldwide, so we get a lot of exchanges, information, and then India is a huge, huge textile base. So a lot of activities are happening here. Then, of course, you have to, like I said, not restrict yourself to this subject only, and read other
Philosophy.
things where you get ideas which can cross-fertilize your business. And automotive, as it is world's most research industry. All the concepts such as lean and all, they originate from automotive only. So we are a part of this industry, and I don't think we have much choice but to be updated.
To be updated, yes, of course. Okay, so if Tesca India were to introduce a new seat cover for a future car, what materials you would like to incorporate?
Yeah, so textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world, and even in any country, the industrialization process starts with textiles only, and then other industries come in. So textiles or fabrics have the role that they play is, first of all, the form, so they should look good. And then there are functionality. One of the basic ones is protection. But as the industry evolves, we talk about functionalities like ease of use, ease of maintenance, keeping you cool and heat, cooling you down when it's hot, and vice versa when it's extremely cold. You would look for warmth in the textiles that you are using. And then as we advance technologically, I'm sure you know already about smart textiles, having inbuilt sensors which can measure the vitals and give you feedback.
Oh, seriously, like
Yeah,
I'm just
these
getting to
things
know
are
today.
definitely
Okay.
happening. One of my friends is working extensively on this. For example, there are sensors in your mattress which can measure your sleep quality.
Wow.
So in cars, we talk about advanced driver assist systems, where the system gives you a feedback about your alertness levels, whether you should be driving, are you too tired. So I think these kind of features would be important. The other functionalities. So I'm not probably the future is already here. We are not looking at too much drastic changes. Maybe materials like carbon fiber or graphene will become mainstream, and there would be even more lighter weight textiles. But I think first of all, the functionalities have to improve, which is already happening. And then I think a significant change has to come in processes. We have to move closer to the customers. For example, what we have done by coming to Chennai. And then manufacturing process probably has to transform from deductive to additive to reduce wastage and be more eco-friendly. So I see these are some of the trends.
Trends. Okay, sir. As you said, you're like you have come to Chennai only for the business thing. What made you like Chennai now?
Well, Chennai is home. I have great colleagues here. I was always in love with local food. Every time, even when I was in Mumbai, every time we will come to Rano, we will make it a point to go to the one of the restaurant and have thali.
Aha, in Chennai, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What's your favorite street food here?
Dal vada is one, definitely. All kinds of vadas, to be honest. And then, even more than street food, I like the thali. That,
Okay.
you know, veg
All
thali.
veg thali. Okay. Your favorite South Indian food?
Dosa, of course.
Of course. Okay. Okay, sir.
And I must add Mysore pak.
Mysore bak. Adada. Nice. Okay. We have one more doubt also. There are so many brands you are associating with, like your clients, starting from BMW, Mercedes. There are so many clients for you. One memorable incident you share with them, any of your client.
One of the cars, I don't know if I can name it, but
Okay.
I would talk about it. One of the cars was a global manufacturer,
Okay.
a French brand. They started in India. It was made in India, designed for India. And then we had a delegation of, French industries who come here. Like we have Automobile Component Manufacturers Association in India, ECMA. So there's a French counterpart called FIEV. So they used to make trips to India every 2 years, and they would go around meeting automotive customers. So this gentleman, chief engineer, the head of that project, we were sitting in a room with all the French suppliers, and he said that I'm in India. He was living in India for many years,
Okay.
designing a low-cost car.
Uh-huh.
He said, I'm in India designing a car for Indian people with Indian inputs, and I see most of you are French. So my question is, what are you doing here?
Okay.
So he said, I want Indian prices, nothing, no French business. He was very clear on that, and I think this group as a whole recognized India as a center for frugal engineering. I think it was a buzzword at that time. So this was something which made us proud, and in fact we were asked by our purchasing counterparts in the OEM that don't put your French face ahead. Otherwise, to our minds, it means cost.
Okay. But I would like to meet the gentleman one day in my life. Okay. So you work as a COO of the company, and your car has any customized seat cover?
As you would have guessed, my car has the fabrics that are made by Tesca.
Uh-huh.
So it is what we supply to the OEM.
Okay.
So we don't put covers. It is the OEM fitment. And I'm very happy to sit on the textiles made by our company.
Nice, no? That's a proud moment also.
Absolutely.
Okay. So in the next 5 years, where you want to see the Tesca India?
Yeah, so I think we are doing fairly well, and of course there is scope for improvement. But for us, more than growth of profit and turnover, I'm sure that will come. That is a side effect. If you pursue operational excellence, if your products are good, your services are good, you're able to keep your customers happy. If your employees are
Happy.
and if you are a responsible corporate citizen, I think for me these are more important goals, and we will continue to pursue our journey towards them. I'm sure everything else will follow.
Of course, definitely, sir. And one more question. There are so many designing companies around you. You must be knowing top most companies also. What made you say yes to Spacedraft?
As you would have guessed, when we were starting this project, Prabhar and my colleague, he went around collecting proposals and visiting sites. And I think we saw one of Spacedraft sites. We were very impressed by the quality of work. And by now we have enough experiences in selecting right vendor partners. So I'm proud to tell you that we did not make any mistake. We chose the right partner.
Aha. So the relationship is going to continue forever, no?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, sir. So one final question, sir.
Sure.
I'm very sure you would have received so many awards, but one award made you feel so proud, and one best compliment you received on behalf of Tesca India.
So compliment, like I told you, one of the best recent ones was when our CEO was here, and he said we asked you to make a plant meeting European standards, and you did better than that. Awards, I think we still need to do better. We still need to win awards, both in, as a supplier partner from our customers, and maybe something like most responsible corporate citizen, eco-friendly company, and things like that.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, sir. As I already said, it was great and so much happy to have you in my show. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.